Welcome back to Out Here in the Garage. Today I'm working on a 1969 Mach 1. Been working on interior parts. Today's piece is this horn pad with the trim that goes into it. I don't know where both of these were sourced. This one says it's a Daniel Carpenter part. I'm not sure about this. Got some hardware with it. Well, I got a hardware kit that came with one of these whole car body kits. Says that it's the horn pad for the 3-spoke wheel. Wasn't really happy myself with what this had. It kind of some sheet metal screws, and I was afraid it was gonna could strip out the plastic. This part isn't tapped, and so what I've been doing is taking some hardware that I bought at one of the local hardware stores, and I found that a number 632 was what was going to be the closest thing to it, and that I felt like I could screw into the plastic using the screw as a tap. Now the ones that were available were 1 inch or ½ inch. ½ inch wasn't long enough, and so I've taken them and put a small washer and then cut them down to 3/4 of an inch. And I've done this with a little Dremel tool that I've got right here. Since masking tape is 3/4 of an inch, I was able to take it, put my washer on, then put the tape on, and so that gives me a cut line. Alright, I'm going to cut these off real quick. I'm going to have to hold it with a pair of pliers because it could get hot. Gently on the tape. Let's cut a couple of screws real quick. Gently into it, let the tool do the work. Hold it steady. It'll cut through it. Don't get your face down in it. I ought to have on better eye protection, but I do have on glasses. Don't want to breathe too much this either. Got some fans going out here in the garage today. Finally got a good rain event last night. I'll barely touch this screw to this. Just to debolt. And got one more to go. Get it cut down. Almost got it. These little discs could be expensive depending on where you buy them. I found like a bottle of 10 or 20 of them at Wally World. Alright, we'll get that out of the way. Yeah, there's a little bottle of Dremel brand with 20 pieces. And the Dremel part number, you might see it on there, is 420. But I got those at Wally World. We blew that dust the wrong way. Alright, so now we bought the 632 screws. Then I bought some number 6 washers. These are handy little packets of bolts. And initially I took this horn trim piece, and I wanted to tap these holes instead of cramming a sheet metal screw into it and risking cracking it. I initially thought about using a tap, and then I found that, I thought, hey, I never used that tap. Well, guess what? I don't even have one. So I said, well, let's take the bolt, because this is soft plastic, not like metal. And so I was able to put it in here using my screwdriver, ease it in and out all the way down into the board, but not overdoing it as not to crack it. Alright, and now here's the assembled 3/4 inch screw with the washer. We're going to put all this together. Also on this molding, the emblem came separate. And man, that was a pain to get in there, but just work it slowly and it went in. It's not held with any kind of fastener. It should have had some kind of a fastener, but it's tight. And then it had 3 foam discs that I just put a little RTV on and put up in there, and it dried good. That'll keep a little bit of pressure on it right there in the center. It's not going to come apart. It's not a horn. So let's put it together. When you're tapping that, when it's apart, just hold it firmly. Don't get in a hurry. Don't break your plastic. And it'll almost self-center if you make sure you get started real good. Good and square. I'm not going to run them all the way down yet until I got them all 3 in there and feel like I got it centered, so I'm not taking it apart again. That's one thing I don't want to wear out the screw holes. Go ahead and get this last one prepped. Get that out of the way. All right. Going right on in. And then one more. Using my vintage Craftsman screwdriver, you can tell it's old by the handle yellowing. Back when they made them good. There we go, I got it centered. You get by with a little more of the rough edge on this plastic than you can on metal. Alright, now I'm going to push down in the middle, make sure these edges feel squared. Let's tighten it up. One, 2, 3. One more little check. Got a little foam involved. It's going to be compressing. And you have one more last chance to check that before you attach it to the steering wheel. So now, pretty nice looking horn pad and Medallion emblem. Where it attaches to the steering wheel, it's got some holes right there that are tapped, and just like this last part, I got some that fit this, and they were already tapped, and it's a number 832. Alright, well, that's all I've got to show you on that. Join us back here next time.